the best. That's the best sponsor we ever had. Those people were great. I lost my train of thought though. God damn it! I had a place to go.
Auto blow genetically engineered pussy.
Yeah. The genetically engineered pussy. All right, let's all be honest here. The vagina is a terrible thing. Okay, like there's a part of me.
I'm kind of a fan.
Wow, yeah, like
you're
strong
gonna have
disagree.
to delve deeper into that.
Okay, let me delve a little bit deeper. I love vagina. It's one of the biggest driving forces in my life is vagina. Getting more vagina.
I think that's across the board. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm glad we can all agree on that. I just want to lay that out there.
As far as how biology works,
the vagina as an actual thing is a terrible thing. It's not pretty most of the time. It's not. It doesn't smell good unless you take extremely good.
Right now,
No,
I cannot.
Hey, I know that that you can't even fathom his point of view, but let's give him a chance to put it out.
Look, that thing most of the time is unattractive. Like I mean, if you ever really stare at one, you ever really get a good look down there.
It's a really weird relationship with vaginas.
No, everybody.
Maybe he's just seen some unique.
That thing is a bacteria trap. Without constant supervision, this thing turns to a petri dish that grows fungi and cheese and
some sort of rainforest.
Gorgeous.
Yes,
you having this conversation about
every vagina out there. The most beautiful, pristine vagina that you think is so incredibly perfect is one day of no maintenance away from being so disgusting you wouldn't put your finger in it.
That's
not
a very
true.
Good comparison because it's like an Italian guy's hair. It can look great if it's really clean and put to the side, but one day of neglect and it's just so greasy that people will just stop across the room.
You underestimate the things I'd finger.
You go for a hike. There's sweat down there. There's all kinds of moisture and feminine discharge.
I'll tell you what.
The vagina is a scary place.
The vast majority of human fucking happened before soap. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that
the vast majority of my fucking happened after soap.
Right, but I'm gonna say that maybe you're having a different cultural experience than is universal, and you have opinions of vaginas that are informed by things that are cultural, that are maybe unique to you.
Yeah.
And
cleanliness and germs.
I've seen dozens of vaginas.
I think you've probably seen thousands. I'm going to guess 15,000.
No, I don't care. It's not
He's
even
not counting video vaginas.
It's not even a matter of personal experience either. Like just look at a picture of a vagina. Like in pornography, of course, it's the perfect vagina with the perfect lighting and everything's right. But just an average vagina, I'm telling you, that thing.
It's occurred to me.
Reason they call it a gap.
I think in real life, I have seen 2 or 3 times as much cock as Kyle has vagina.
You've seen so much cock, and I've literally seen, 40 or 50 vaginas or something like that. You've seen hundreds of cocks.
Yeah,
you've seen yards of cock.
Just so many years of ice hockey and swimming.
I've seen
and
a lot,
locker rooms.
Oh, I thought maybe you were a doctor in a former life. I was like, where are you seeing all your dicks? Boy?
No,
he pretends to be one on street corners.
Lots of sports. Lots of sports, and they all involved showers or changing.
He's got 8
or something.
nephews.
8?
Oh, Jesus. Uncle with benefits.
I don't know. I think my problem with your vagina argument is that it feels like it is bestowing a lot of shame upon this wonderful, wonderful thing. And that
I think the same thing can be said for penises too, because it's not.
No, maybe. But like, could the same thing be said about a mouth? Like, look at my mouth. I'll get real close up here. Look at this weird freaking thing. It's got
the same thing could be said
out of it.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I want you to take your mouth. Now I want you to take the brine from a can of tuna, gargle it, and stick half an Arby's roast beef sandwich in there, and go.
Look,
that is a vagina.
Mouths, we think that mouths are pretty, but like they are literally they are fucking weird. Like you look at a mouth objectively, it's got weird bones sticking out of it. It's got all this. It's got
Isn't
like
that
this
also
thing
weird
in the
when your
middle.
mouth
It's
just starts
freaking weird.
pouring
It's freaking
blood?
weird.
Lips chap, and to Kyle's point, if you go a day without maintenance on it, it smells terrible.
Yeah, and I'm saying that if you felt the way that you felt about a woman's mouth, that you felt about her vagina, which are very basically the same thing, physiologically, very physiologically similar.
I know of about 3 products for keeping your mouth smelling right. There's toothbrush, There's toothpaste, kind of go hand in hand. There's mouthwash, maybe floss if you want to count that. There are 5,000 fucking products to keep a vagina smelling right. All right? There are wipes, there are creams, there are ointments, there are sprays, there are douches.
It's because it's like a pool that pH
Are
levels.
you telling me that you think that the vagina hygiene section at the grocery store is bigger than the oral hygiene section at the grocery store? Because I deeply disagree, but that is not my point. My point is that I feel like you're making this thing into like this terrifying thing of otherness. Maybe because like it's kind of weird and taboo, but like it's a part of the human body.
I think that like, I understand what Kyle's saying in that you understand when you see it that you're supposed to be really attracted to it because of that evolutionary imperative, and you are just viscerally attracted to it if you're a straight man. But at the same time, just like a straight woman might be attracted to a dick, you can still take a step back, kind of pull yourself
and be like,
out
yeah, that thing's
perspective
weird.
And be like, okay, that is a weird body part. That dick and balls, what the fuck is going on here? This like weird pinata thing. Or that pussy,
frankly,
like, what's in there? It's like if it's hairy, it's like a gopher hole. Like who knows? You know? So there's nothing wrong. There's no shaming saying that some people don't find it attractive. I think that Kyle went into it with the joke and ended up getting a little more than he.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm vagina defensive over here.
I do.
You have a vagina? I feel like you're like, my vagina is beautiful.
Do you want to see mine? It's really pretty.
Co-author of the vagina monologues over there. No, I just think that when you really boil it down, if you take your sexual libido out of it, if you take what your balls and cock are telling your brain to do, you would look at a pussy and you would say, I'm not sticking anything in that. That is not a good thing. It doesn't look good. And there are, of course, beautiful vaginas that I wouldn't say that about.
I want to do this. I want to do this.
I think
if you were to stack rank all the orifices, right? Like your nostrils, your mouth, your vagina, your butthole,
ears, eyeballs.
See now, eyeballs I think are going to be near top of the heap. They're pretty to me objectively, and especially if you look at them up close, and they're really clean. Something about them is just so self-cleaning that you could do nothing for 4 days.
Like toothbrush on your eyeball. Just
that'd be terrible.
Clean that. It's smelling real
if you
bad.
did no eyeball maintenance for a week, and I came up and licked your eyeball, I think I would find it to be as clean as if I just did it randomly, right? So hot, right? So eyeballs I think are right near the top, but vaginas are not far from the top either. I think I think nostrils are yuckier than vaginas.
No, I don't. I think an unattended nostril, like if there's some boogers in there, but like if my girlfriend falls asleep in bed, I'll totally go over there and be like, and like pick her whole head up by her nostril.
As you do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think all the orifices are pretty bad. But I mean the butthole, if cleaned properly, I feel like is one of the best. Honestly, like there's not gonna be anything bad happening once it's cleaned and there's been an enema.
When it comes to the amount of maintenance I require before I lick it, I feel like the butthole is number one.
Number one. However, I've never had sex with a woman who had any common sense who didn't before sex be like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. She's going to the bathroom to take like a warm, wet washcloth and wipe the slime off her pussy before it gets back to me. Because that's what's happening. You've heard that Amy Schumer joke. We all talked about how she stole it, about how I just like for once when I take my panties off for it to look like I didn't blow my nose in them. Panties are gross. Vaginas are gross. They do stuff during the day. Maybe some men out there aren't aware of this, but they're always kind of oozing or grueling. Yes, lots of secretions down there. Not just. I
want to say this is one of the rare times in PKA history that Kyle's coming off as gayer than me with all his vagina hate.
Well, maybe if we could, let's just find a woman out there with a big wide face and strong collarbone.
Big wide face. Just like 2 days of stubble. Just 2 days.
I have to go in like 15 minutes. Can we change topics again?
Belly button fucking.
No, stop. He's a respectable man. I don't want to talk about that.